Alright. Light over here. Time to hopefully get this thing finished today. Just got a little bit of wiring left to do. Then get that done. Flip it over, plug it in. Then I'll come back and get the panels and all that. We'll probably put the skirts on too while it's upside down. This going. Alright. Pretty much the only thing left for wiring to get it running is the CAN cable and just hooking up the Pi to the board and getting power over to the U2C as well. They did supply a cable. Where did I put it after last night? I was going to hook up the Orange Pi just through the USB, but this is a UART cable, so we're going to go ahead and use that and connect to this via UART. This way I can keep some of these USB spots free and then keep the wiring a little neater as well. And I did find, let me find it again real quick, because I found it on my phone earlier, the plugin on the Spider 2.3 side for that. Let's see. And I'll pull this up in a second here. As soon as I find it again. And switch to that. Alright, so we have the 2.3. That's the 1.0. Taking a second to load. 2.2. That's pretty comparable to what I had for the printed manual that I got from Siboor. I think the biggest difference I noticed was the location of the Z motors. Based on what they had in their configuration, 2 and 1 are swapped. But that's not what we need. We need the CAN part. There we go. That's for 2.2, 2.3. So we got the cable. We'll go ahead and plug that in. On the Orange Pi, the GPIO is the same as on the Pis, so this will just work just the same. So go ahead and plug that in. And then on the board, it looks like it's, oh, I'm reversed, so the power ones are forward or facing those. So we're away from the STM. So right there. Okay. Simple enough. Ah, Thomas, what's up? Alright, so now where do I want to run this to make it look nice? It's really not a great place. I guess I could go under and pop it back into this channel here. Just to kind of clean it up. Not a ton of room. There we go. Should be enough, long enough. Straighten out some of these pins. Get a pick here. All in the sake of trying to make things look nice. I said if I would have just done the wiring, zip ties, and not really cared about length of the wires, the wiring on this would have took maybe an hour. All the wires are down in here. There we go. Alright. So that's done. I'm going to put a zip tie around there just to keep the bundle nice and snug. Let's see. I'll throw one over here as well. Almost wish I can see if I can squeeze this through the cable holder or through the. There we go, through the board holder. Keep this tight on the board. I guess it helps if you snag the wires. Whoops. Do that again. Snake the zip tie through here. Make sure you actually put the wires through the zip tie. There we go. That keeps that clean. Go ahead and add one more. There, Joe. Alright, those are in, that's good. Now let's get power over to this U2C. I do have some extra power cable that they sent with the kit. Some thick boys, but that's fine. We'll take 24 volts. That's perfect length too. We'll take 24 volts straight from the PSU. I don't have anything else I'm feeding off the PSU right now, so I have plenty of room on it. That should be easy enough. Let's get a screwdriver. Hey, Jen. No, these ones. This isn't the V slots, Joe. This is the actual Siboor kit. I already use those V slots. The crook is half V slot on the bottom half of the frame, and the uprights are all the V slot, and then the T slot is just on the Y and the X. Let's see. Right here. Yeah, I still have a whole box in the garage, but that's going for the next project that I'm working on slowly. Been through the CAD, a couple times now, and have deleted everything a couple times now, so we'll get there. Negative. Just tighten on. You don't want to over snug those, but you still want them tight. Actually, I think I'm gonna undo that. I'm gonna run these wires underneath the SSR and then over to that other channel. Let's see if these spades are small enough to fit underneath there. Or you know what? These spring-loaded SSRs are nice. Let's just do this real quick. It's a nice spring-loaded bracket they gave on here. Let's pick that up. Come in underneath. Split those a little more. There's my needle nose. And that. And there, let's go ahead and hook that back up. Perfect. And then on the U2C here, we have 12 and 24 volts. Need a flathead for that. The nice thing is these wires already have the ferrules on them, or the ferrules on them, so I don't have to worry about it. It's already done for me. So let's go ahead and hook into there. We got the ground. Looks like positive is first, so we'll go ahead and flip that. Tighten that down. Pop this next one in. Alright, that takes care of power for that. Alright, so now let me check the box the U2C came in, see what kind of connectors they have provided for that. Probably just use this 4-pin that they have in here. Little bag of connectors. You have 2 small 4-pin JSTs and 2 microfit style 4 pins. Jumpers needed. Alright. We're going to go with one of the 4 pins. We're probably just going to plug in right here. Just got to check the layout for the board. We can go ahead and get the wires crimped at least first. Make sure we have the right plugs. I think that's right for this guy. Yeah. Get these ready. Alright, how much cable do I want to leave here? That's one thing that's nice about the SB2209 kit is the Victory Tech gives you way more than enough cable. We're going to come back. Right here with it. Strip the cover off. Be careful, you don't want to go through the sheathing too much, the insulation, because then you'll end up stripping your wires. You don't want that to happen. I got my actual linesman's pliers. It makes this part a little easier. You can get the grip on it to kind of hold that off once you get a little score around the wire. There you go. Just clean that up a little bit. And there's our can wires. I'll have to refer back to the Victory Tech manual in a minute here for the actual order of the wires. What did I do with the crimpers? Oh, there they are. Let's get these wires stripped. So this might be too. Yeah, that's too. These wires are too small for that. Get out the other ones. These look like, say, 28. Yeah, 28 is fine. About 26. What size are these wires actually? Yeah, 26 gauge. And then these ones are bigger. The power wires, those are probably 24. Alright. Yeah, so hopefully once this wiring's done, we'll get the skirts on real quick, or well, however long it takes, and then see where we're at, and then flip it over, plug it in, make sure we don't get any flames and sparks and smoke coming out of the bottom, and it'll be good to try to find it. I'm probably just going to use an Ethernet cable for right now. I have a bunch laying around, otherwise I can make one real quick. These pins are 1.6. Same thing, I give the back a little squeeze. Crimp it down. Nice and tight. Hey Kurt, how's it going? Crimp the grounds now. There's that, nice and snug. So far the Siboor kit's been great. All the parts are pretty good quality. The printed parts are fine. I don't see any issues with them. Better than I would have printed out on any of my machines before this. They give you everything you need. All the fasteners have been good. I haven't had any issues with that. I was missing a pack of printed parts of the accent color, but as soon as I got a hold of them, they have a great Discord community too. That sorry, my headset likes to turn off on me. They have a good Discord community as well that they respond to and are very active in. So I reached out right away, and I reached out on a Saturday, and then that Monday they shipped, and I had them from China to the United States by Friday. So they fixed the problem right away. So no big deal. Customer service has been good. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to build after this one. I'm going to squeeze something in before I do my custom one. I probably will do another Siboor one, because like I said, so far I've been pretty satisfied with how this kit's gone. I'll do a 2.4 next. I have the little guy on the shelf behind me, right here. That's Simplicity by Duct Tape Rules on Discord, part of Rollahan 3D's channel. And it's nice. It's a nice little machine, but I am going to end up converting it to 2020 soon, so it'll be almost like a V0 by that time. Yeah, I mean, this kit, even from Siboor, this one took me, to get the kit initially, it was less than the full week. And I know in some of the other countries you got to deal with the duty fees and the VAT fees and stuff like that. But here, what I paid on the website is what it shipped to my door with. So there was no extra fees or anything like that after the fact. So it worked out great. I had zero complaints about that at all. The packaging, if you look at the video, the unboxing stream, the packaging was great. It's phenomenal. Compared to some of the other kits I've seen, they really took a lot of time getting it all packaged nicely and put together. Let me pull up the Big Tree Tech manual here. Yeah, I always knew I needed something bigger. My custom build that I have right now, Crook 250, that's a 250 bed size, and that's a good in between you know the ender size and you know, like a 300. I could print full plates nicely, so, and that's triple Z kinematic mounted, so like rat rig style kinematic mounts. It does pretty well. No more leveling the bed, just click a button and go. Let's see here. That. Not that one. This one. Oh, I just realized the chat on the screen is sideways. Let me fix that. Is that better? Or is that upside down now? It's too small for me to see. Yeah, the Rook's nice. My Crook 250. It's actually C, lowercase c, uppercase R, Rook 250. It's based on the Rook 2020, but I kind of took it a little beyond what the Rook is. The only thing Rook on it now is the front idlers and the feet. Everything else has been pulled apart from other printers or other, designers. My rear motor mounts are based off of Kevin, aka Sam's, transmissions for the belted Z as far as tensioning the motors, the belts. Rat rig style kinematic mounts. I used Rollahan's simple core triple Z with Ein's geared mod, so the triple Z is sitting at a 4-to-1 ratio, so there's no drop or anything like that. It's pretty nice. Alright. So for this, let's see their wiring. That's all the firmware. Okay, so it looks like yellow is can high, green is can low. That's the colors there, but let's on the U2C though. Does it show U2C? Yeah, I'm waiting for Kevin also to finish his Frank 2 version 2 tool head. That'd be nice and lightweight, and it's got dual cooling this time, so it should be pretty nice. I'm probably going to adapt it to this, I think. Just got to design a tap plate for it. Where is U2C wiring? Did I not have it on here? I have to go back. Let's see. See if they show a U2C on here. No, we'll just go. There we go. No, there was no end on this cable, Richard. The only thing they had was and where's the longer end of that cable here? The only thing they had on the cable, this was the end of the cable. It was just a shrink wrap, the 2 can wires, and 2 tinned power wires. So this one we're going to use the white 4-pin microfit right into the side here. I just need the pin out of that plug. That's all I need. There we go. So what orientation is that? So the top one, okay. So it's gonna go can low, can high, and then ground, and then so let's put the ground and the voltage in first. How do these guys want to go in there? Like this. Let's plug it in there. So ground. There we go. Power. And which ones did I say were can high and can low? That was right up here, I believe. Yeah, right here. Yellow is can high, green is can low. So can low. Same thing, we'll just hop in here. Good. And last one, can high. More of a pain to put in. Assist it a little bit. Alright, come on. I can't get enough push with the other wires to pop that one where I want it. There we go. Good. So that's good to plug in. Alright. Done with that for now. Hey, Slanky. Oh yeah, I wish I would have came with one on the end. I bought this. I got this SB2209 off of the Voron garage sale page and or PCB party, and it wasn't used. It had everything still together, but it was one of the older ones. Like on the stealth burner side of things, I had to cut down the pins pretty significantly to make it fit the fan board part, and didn't come with any. Now I see it all of them. They come with a pre-crimped thermistor already and pre-crimped wires for you to splice whatever else you need to. It didn't come with any of that. It just came with all the pins, and I was on my own and had to splice it all together. That was fun. Not really fun. I'm pretty sure everything's gonna be fine. The only one I'm a little 50-50 on is the thermistor. We'll see. It's hard getting those wires. Even 30 gauge wire, I couldn't get the insulation into the actual connector, so we'll see how it goes. If anything, I'll order some pigtails if I need to, or just switch tool heads and use a different fan board. Alright, so that's pretty much everything to wire. Oh, we gotta get the USB between the two boards here. That's one USB cable. I don't know where it is. Oh, here's... That is entirely too long. Let me check my shelf. I think I have a shorter one. I don't know if this one's any shorter or if it's just because it's bundled up already. it's not any shorter. Alright. Never mind. We'll use this one. This one probably won't go in a channel. That channel's done. We're just going to go ahead and get this the length we need. Actually, you know, I'm going to use a USB 3.0 spot. I'm not sure if it's really going to make a difference, but better safe than sorry. It's 5 feet of cable for a 3-inch difference. Alright, we're going to put a couple zip ties on this. The ugliest piece of wire in this thing. It's kind of annoying. Probably going to add another one over on this end too, just to keep it tight. Plug that in. Let's see if I can kind of tuck these wires underneath here. There we go. That's better. That's cleaner anyway. Okay, so I think that's basically it for the necessary wiring. I still have LED bars to add and stuff, but I'll worry about that later on. I still haven't exactly decided how I want to do that. And plus, I'm going to add a little bit of... what did I do with it? The F-cob lighting as well. I had it out yesterday. But that's some nice stuff. So I want to add that on the front of the bar, and then the 2 LED strips. 2 of these guys on the sides. Alright, so let's get this cable channel in. Yeah, we can go ahead and put that one on. Alright, more cable channel. This one. Hey, mesh. Do this right about there. It's close enough. That one's close enough. Cut this. Figure out where we need to cut down pins. Starting right here. This one to this one. And this one to this one. And those just break right off of there. Same on the opposite side. That one didn't want to snap. And then this part. Thank you. Yeah, it's been taking more time than I wanted to take on the wiring part of it. Like I said, this printer should be done and running by now if I wasn't so tedious about getting this wiring looking nice. But my excuse is it's my first Voron build, so might as well make it look pretty. Stepper wires poking through. There we go. Make sure all the tabs are inside. There we go. Beautiful. Looks good. Looks good. Well, alright. Move some of the stuff back out of the way here. Get some of these tools picked up. We're not needing. Alright. Almost got dropping stuff all over the floor. I'm gonna walk around in here barefoot. I guess I should probably put the drivers on the board as well. That would help. Put the drivers on, then put the heat sinks on. The nice thing is, if I ever want to switch to 48 volts on this board, and some like 5160s, really easy. This jumper over here is power for these two drivers. So these two drivers can get bumped up to 48 volts, and all you do is you pop this jumper out of here, and then you power your power and ground from your 48 volt supply into there, and there you got 48 volt stepper. So that might be something to play with in the future, for sure. And then I'll have I'll end up with two extras. Would only had one extra, but with the CAN board, you have that extra driver in place on there already, so there's no need. Got these heat sinks. 3, 4, 5 of them. I think 2 of these are stuck together. Yes. Little tedious things like this, but whatever, it's got to be done. I'm just hoping once we get it turned on and get into the config stuff, it goes okay. Can setup should be pretty similar to how you do it on a Pi. You know, this is being an Orange Pi and all, but Linux is Linux for the most part. I'm in Indiana, Kurt. I'll give you my address, but that'd be a little weird. Alright. So those are on. PSU's hooked up. I swapped the power on it to make sure it was at 110 and not 240. All these are good. I'm not touching this little mess up here. You kind of can't see it that well. But that's staying though. Everything else is beautiful. End stops. Only 2 because I'm using tap as well. And oh, another funny thing about tap with RC8, the release candidate 8. With the double magnets, there's magnets on the front plate now instead of using flathead screws. Those magnets, the force is strong enough to hold the tap engaged while the printer is upside down. So that's kind of nice. Solid state is good. Grounded. Powered. To the board. Good there. Thermistor. Bed out. I gotta figure out what I want to do with this Wi-Fi antenna. I don't know how well it's gonna be sitting down in here. I might end up just making a plug on the skirt. I'll just pull up a CAD and make a quick plug or something. So I can just stick this, you know, right in there. But for now, I think I'm just gonna use Ethernet. Let me see if I have a longer one real quick here. If I have one already made up or not. Otherwise, I might just have to deal with the Wi-Fi. I should have one made though. Yeah, I got one here. Once I untangle it from the rat nest of the 100 other wires in the same box. I have one that's longer. I make all my own network cables, so. When I first bought this house, all they had in here still was just the regular phone line. So, a bunch of attic crawling and stuff. That doesn't have an end on it. Alright, good enough. Got this big thick guy here. That's what I'll end up using. Maybe, depends depends which these two are longer. Alright, sorry about that. And oh, that's... Oh, I got stuck in with it. Let's see which one of these are longer. And they're exactly the same. Okay. We'll go with the yellow one. We'll just plug that in here for right now. We're going to go ahead and work on skirts in a second. For the skirts, let's see. Move this. Let's go ahead and pull up the manual. The Trident manual, and then wiring, skirts. So we need some stuff. We need parts, and how many heat certs and stuff we got to be putting in here. We got a lot of prep here, so I'm going to go ahead and move the printer real quick. I'm just going to set it on the ground. Set it on the ground, and then we'll start putting... Yeah, every 20 minutes or so, my headset turns off, so sorry about that. We're just going to set this down, and then I don't want to set it on the concrete there, but I got to get my chair over here too. Set the printer right here. We'll grab some printed parts. See what we need. This is what I have left for printed parts anyway. We'll see what we need for skirts. We gotta pull out, plug the iron in. Better view of the table there. All right. Yeah. The wiring on the Pi was to hook it up via UART. This way, then I don't have to worry about another USB cable going around anywhere. So it worked out nicely. And like I said, they supplied the wires for that. But I think in the configuration, the default one that Siboor provides, I think it's set up for USB connection. So I'm just going to have to edit that myself. No big deal. Alright. So for skirts, let me pop back on here. These are what we need first. What do I have in this bag? Neither of those are the right ones yet. Let's go ahead and actually just put them back in the bag for right now. Looks like possibly this bag. But yeah, again, to anyone wondering about the quality of their prints, they're pretty good. You know, you get your basic little bit of artifacting, but I mean, I'm not complaining about it. There's no warping or anything. That's mostly concerned about. There's no layer shifting, and mentioned yesterday that when I tighten screws, I really tighten screws, and I didn't crack anything, so that's very good. Let's see, hardware with some heat sets. Got these two pieces here. Let's see what else. Any of these guys? No, not those ones. How about these guys? With the Voron logos. Yep. These two. Yep. Then we're looking for one more. This guy. Alright, I think that's it for the moment. Let's go ahead and move these out of the way. Alright, time for some inserts. Start with this guy, we have one. Switch back here. And yeah, this soldering iron is some cheap, like $15 one off Amazon. I only use it for inserts. My normal daily driver is my little TS100. I'm not driving it in a crooked. Tip's just a little slightly crooked. I gotta beat it back straight one of these days. I'll just put a different tip on there. This one just fits really nicely. There we go. It's that piece. It'd be nice if these pieces stood up on their own. Touch more. Good. And good. These ones. Just get them on top. One more. Good. Set this down for a minute. Alright, let's see which one's next here. Yeah, no, I have a bunch of these TS100 tips. This one is the one I use the most. I forget which letter this one is. Does it say on there still? Yeah, I can't make anything out. B, does that say BC2? Yeah, this is a BC2 tip. I've been using this same tip now for over a year on this. I have a whole drawer of them. Well, one of each style anyway, except for a couple of the real tiny ones. Thing works awesome. I love it. And I got this little stand here off of Thingiverse too. I think it was Thingiverse that this thing works awesome for it. Little washer up front. It's sturdy enough. I mean, with the wire on there, it might get slightly off balance